Hello! Today I show you the best tricks how to memorize the square numbers up to 400 by heart. Square numbers are really common in math, and it's very useful if you can just write them down without having to unpack your calculator. And these are the best tricks how it works. You probably already know the square numbers up to 100 by heart, because they are just the result of the basic multiplication table up to 10 times 10. So 4 square is just 4 times 4 and it gets 16 and so on. Just repeat this list in your mind, forward and backward, and then you've got it. But by the way, have you ever noticed how this sequence is growing? From the 1 to the 4, we add a 3. From the 4 to the 9, we add a 5. And so on. It is always increases by 2. This is interesting, right? And this can help you. For instance, if you have forgotten what 8 times 8 is, but you still remember 7 times 7 is 49, then just add 2 7s to the 49 plus 1 gives you the 64. And this trick also works for square numbers above 100, just the same. But let's see if there is yet an easier way. If we look at the first digits in this series, we discover that the first 4 square numbers start with 4 ones, then with 3 twos, then 2 threes, and finally 1 4. Hey, that's a good system. And the last digits are also easy to remember because the last digits result from the basic multiplication. So 1 times 1 gives 1, 2 times 4, 4, 3 times 3, 9, 4 times 4, 16, here is a 6, and so on. So we only need to remember the middle digits, and here is how this works. For the 11, write it down like this, and the middle digit gives a 2, 121. With the 12, write it down like this, 2 times 12, and the middle digit is 4, 144. The same with 13, 169. With 14 square, we see that the last 2 digits just swap their position, 196. From 15 square, the 25 is already there from 5 times 5 gives 25, and this 25 works with all square numbers ending with digit 5, like 25 square, 35 square, and so on. 16 square gives 256. Remember that many storage media like this USB stick has a storage capacity of 256 gigabytes. This is why, because these sticks contain 16 times 16 circuits inside. With 17 square, you know that 7 times 4 is 28, and here is a 28. Let's call this the 4 trick. The last digit you know already because 7 times 7 is 49. The 4 trick also works with 18 square. 8 times 4 is 32, and there it is. The 4 comes from 8 times 8 is 46. There's yet another trick for 18 square, because the checksum of 18 is 9, 1 plus 8 is 9. The same must be true for 18 times 18, 324 gives checksum 9. With 19 square we use the 4 trick again, 36, there it is, the 1 comes from 9 times 9 is 81. Tell me, this 4 trick, is this higher math? What is behind it? Is this magic? No, it is just coincidence. Don't worry. It is just to easily remember these numbers here in this series with this little trick, and it just works. So now we are complete with this series up to 400. Remember it. This is best done once you've played it through all the tricks a few times. Write it down by heart 3 times, forward and backward, and then you will have memorized it. It works great, and you will keep it for years. Have fun. It's a trick for your life. Take care.